Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It happened. What is up, everyone? It's time for another Owl House review video. This week it was Knockin' on Hooty's door. Spoilers as usual because this episode has some major stuff. My hair's kind of messed up today. Last week there was the Amphibia Owl House Comic-Con panel, and there was like a little skit where Luz and Ida are working on fixing the portal, and they get sent to Amphibia for a few minutes, and it wasn't anything major, but it was cute. And then there was the preview of Amphibia Season 3, and I'm looking forward to see more of the Moon Choice. But enough about that, this is an Owl House video. The episode is framed by Hooty writing a letter to Lilith. Well, not writing, he's like using his beak to type on a typewriter. And you see that Lilith previously sent him a letter that was saying that, you know, you are the Owl House. Don't feel so underappreciated. You're more important than you think. So that gave Hooty the idea to try to help everyone out with their problems. Most of this episode is the A in pain. A lot of emotions. King, he's anxious about his dad. Ida, she's anxious about the curse and, you know, trying to prepare for what Bellas has planned. Then Luz is anxious about going home. And with Amity, of course, because she's like, how am I going to find my way into Amity's heart? I mean, get home. So yeah, Hooty tries to help everyone out. It's like an anthology-ish situation, not unlike episode 8 of season 1. So, you know, Hooty's trying, okay? You know, he's doing his best. Alright, so first off is King. He's looking through these books about demons because he wants to know what type of demon he is. Hooty's like, oh, maybe you're going through demon puberty. And King's like, no. And then Hooty's like, alright, fine. Well, we could at least do these tests to determine what kind of demon you are. Like, there are 3 types: bug, biped, and beast. And apparently Hooty's a bug type because he like wriggles around with worms. Apparently Pocket Monster was one of like the sub-classifications of demons, which, I mean, he looks like a Pokemon, so it fits. Biped type demons have bile sacs and can do magic, and according to Hooty, most demons have magic of some sort. Tiny Nose is there. She does this powerful fire spell, which King tries to counter, but he doesn't. They try to do like a blood test, but ultimately they don't know what King is, and he gets really upset, and he's yelling at his dad for leaving him, and he yells and like this weird shockwave power comes out, and it's like, whoa, King has this yelling power now. Hooty gets sad because King gets sad, and King's like, oh wait, hold on a second, you actually helped. Nope, Hooty's gone. Yeah, Hooty ends up helping people in this episode, but like he thinks he's hurting them. Ida's really sleep deprived because of all the research she's doing. Hooty leaves out some cookies, which contain, I think they call them sleeping nettles, which not only put you to sleep, but also enhance your dreams. Ida, she's not mad. She takes it as an opportunity to confront the owl beast, because, you know, that's like an internal battle in her head. We see some of Ida's memories from when she was younger, like when she was still living at home. She accidentally clawed out her dad's eye when she was in the curse form, and, you know, I'm feeling like that led directly into what we saw in Keeping Up Appearances. I was trying to remember the name of the episode. Yeah, I think that leads directly into that, because in the flashback in this episode, you see Gwendolyn telling Lilith, call the healer. So I'm assuming that these 2 scenes are connected. Then we see another one with Rain, and it seems to be in the same scene as the flashback to the last episode. Rain is saying that they're going to be in the Bard Coven soon, and it probably won't be best for them to still be with Ida, so they should break things off. And Ida, she starts to get a little cursy, and like older Ida who's watching this is like, no, don't push them away, let them help you. I'm getting the Steven Universe vibes again. Ida, she's just blaming the curse for causing her to push everyone away. She confronts the curse, they have a little fight, but Ida gets captured by this weird cloaked figure who I think is called the Collector. I mean, they're never named in the episode, but the end credits says there's someone called the Collector, and I don't think it could be anyone else, so hopefully we'll learn more about this mysterious cloaked figure, because they have an interesting design. You see, like, the paper that the curse was originally written on, like, come out of the sea, and some guy picks it up, who I guess was the guy who was selling them. Maybe we'll get more information about that. Eventually, Ida sees herself attached to the curse with, like, the red string, and it looks like the curse wants to be free. Ida realizes that the nightmare won't end if Ida and the curse don't accept each other, so they do. They kind of have, like, an internal embrace. And then when Ida wakes up, she's in this new harpy form, which is like really cool, but Hooty thinks he made things worse and is sad. Now on to the part that people are actually going to be talking about. Sorry, Ida and King. Luz, she heads back into her room with the Echo Mouse. She calls Amity a goddess, which... Anyway, all those memes people were making about Hooty kidnapping Amity, that actually happened. Luz, she sees a message from Hooty like, "You'll find love in the ground." By the ground, I mean basement. And it's like, the outhouse has a basement? But yeah, you see just Amity's down there like, what the hell's going on? And Luz is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Hooty, he's been acting weird today." And, there's awkward moments between them, about the kiss and whatnot, and Amity's like, maybe we should just forget about it. And suddenly the floor caves in, and Luz and Amity, they land into this tunnel of love, like one of those boat rides. There's a lot of positive messages for Amity, like, "Oh, Amity, you're the best. Amity, you're the coolest," that sort of thing. But Luz doesn't want Amity to see them because she wants to ask Amity out in a classy way. So Luz is burning everything with fire glyphs, and Amity's looking real sad, and oh. They get to the end of the ride, and Amity's like, "Yeah, this is stupid. The idea of us dating was stupid." And Luz has that, oh crap, look on her face. I just messed things up. Hooty sees that he messed up again, and just decides that there's no purpose for him anymore, and just decides to leave. And in the process of doing that, the house starts to fall apart a little bit. Amity and Luz, they make their way out of the basement, but a stone from that tower on the side of the house starts to fall. But King destroys it with his new power. Ida and King are saying like, hey, you didn't do that bad. You actually wound up helping us. And Hooty's like, "But I still messed things up with Luz." And Luz just admits to Ida and King that, "Yeah, I wanted to ask Amity out." And Ida is like, "Don't worry, we can distract Hooty while you do that." Luz is about to ask Amity out, and right before she does it, Amity beats her to it. And Luz is like, "Hey, I was gonna do that." And Amity's like, "Oh no, you can go." The important thing is, Luz and Amity are officially together. It is canon, yes. Oh, I'm so happy. They had the hands hold moment, and, Hooty's happy because he realizes that this gave them the opportunity, which, it's funny to think that Luz and Amity might not have gotten together as fast as they did if Hooty didn't kidnap Amity. Hooty will be telling this story at their wedding. "They got together thanks to me, hoot hoot!" So yeah, you have like the little epilogue of Hooty finishing his letter. He's saying that Ida's learning to control her curse, and King's trying his new power, and Amity and Luz are looking through Philip's journal again. You don't hear anything, but you see some passages from it. What looks like more mechanics on how the door works, which will segue into the next 2 episodes. Apparently Hooty promised to never help anyone ever again, but he's happy, which is what's important. King's dad shows up and is like, "I have a letter for King Clawthorne. Can you make sure he gets it?" And walks away, and a bug lands in the letter. He's like, "Oh, a bug!" And eats it and is like, "Hope that was junk mail." And I face-palmed at that moment. Alright, so Eclipse Lake is up next, and there's actually been a lot of eclipse imagery on the show so far. You have Grom and the Day of Unity, and Amity's necklace and shoes, and the cloaked figure in this episode. So the eclipse is like a recurring motif. So it'll be interesting to see how this Eclipse Lake pans out. I'm hoping Amity will be able to turn into an abomination like there is in the last episode, and maybe the two of them can have an abomination duel. That'll be cool. Or maybe she'll try to attack Hunter like that in Eclipse Lake. Who knows? Probably something that'll happen later in the season is that the Emperor's Coven will forcibly capture more people with the Coven marks like they did to Rain. And Mooring Mark, he had a good comic where they tried to do that to Lilith, and Lilith just rips her hand off, and it's like, oh, well, there goes that try. So yeah, that was Knockin' on Hooty's Door. It was a lot more plot important than a lot of people expected, a lot more Lumity than people expected. Because people were thinking it would happen in episode 7 or episode 9. I don't think anyone was thinking it would happen here, but it happened, and that's what's important, and the hearts of millions of fans all grew 3 sizes today. Eclipse Week will certainly be an interesting episode, and until then, thanks for watching.